I walked into my house at 2 in the afternoon and heard my children laughing for the first time in 3 years. I froze right there in the hallway of my penthouse in Manhattan. My heart stopped. Those sounds, those beautiful, impossible sounds were coming from the living room. My triplets, my broken, silent boys who the doctors said would never speak, never play, never be normal. They were laughing. My name is David Kane. I own half the tech companies in New York. I have more money than I can spend in 3 lifetimes, but none of that mattered when my wife Lisa and I tried for 5 years to have a baby. 5 years of hopping, 5 years of tests, 5 years of doctors telling us it might never happen, 5 years of watching Lisa cry every time she got her period, 5 years of feeling like a failure as a husband. Then it happened. Lisa got pregnant, not with 1 baby, with 3 triplets. The doctors said it was a miracle. We cried together, we laughed, we planned, we painted a nursery, we bought 3 of everything. We were so happy. Then our boys were born 3 months early, and our miracle turned into a nightmare. If this story is touching your heart, please hit that like button right now and drop a comment telling me where you are watching from. Are you in Texas, Florida, California, New York? Let me know in the comments below because I want to know this message of hope is reaching people everywhere. And please subscribe because I share real stories about real people every single week. Now let me continue. Jack, Luke, and Ben are 3 miracles, born so tiny they fit in my hands. The doctors gave us the news in pieces: cerebral palsy, developmental delays, they might never walk normal, they might never talk normal, they might need help their whole lives. I watched my wife break that day, not all at once, slowly, like a glass cracking. She smiled at the doctors, she nodded, she held our Barbies, but I saw it in her eyes, something died. We brought the boys home after 4 months in the hospital, 4 months of tubes and machines and beeping sounds, 4 months of hopping. They would get better. They did not get better, they just got bigger. Lisa tried at first, she really did. She read every book, she took the boys to every appointment, she did the exercises the therapists showed her, but every day she got quieter, every day she smiled less, every day she pulled further away. By the time the boys turned 2, Lisa barely left her room. She would come out to check on them, make sure they were fed, make sure they were clean, then she would go back upstairs, back to bed, back to the darkness. I tried talking to her, I begged her to see someone, a therapist, a counselor, anyone. She said she was fine, she said she just needed time, but I knew the truth. I knew she was drowning in sadness and I did not know how to save her. So I did what I always did when things got hard. I worked 16-hour days, 18-hour days. I told myself I was providing for my family, building a future for my boys, but really I was running from the pain in my house, running from my wife's empty eyes, running from my sons who would never be normal. We hired nannies, so many nannies, they all quit, every single one. Some lasted a week, some lasted a month. They all said the same thing: the boys were too hard, too much crying, too much work, too sad. One nanny told me straight to my face, "Mr. Kane, those boys need special care, more than I can give. You should think about a home." I fired her right there, but her words stayed in my head like poison. A home, like my boys were broken toys we could just put away. Lisa heard what the nanny said. She did not say anything. She just went upstairs. I heard her crying through the door. I did not go in. I did not know what to say. What could I say? That everything would be okay? We both knew that was a lie. Then 6 months ago, everything changed. A young woman knocked on our door. Her name was Sophie Miller. She was 24 years old. She had a bright smile and kind eyes. She said she wanted to be our nanny. My assistant told me not to hire her. Too young, no experience with special needs kids, but something in Sophie's face made me say yes. Maybe I was desperate. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I just wanted someone who smiled. Sophie started the next Monday. I gave her the same speech I gave everyone. The boys cannot walk right. They cannot talk. They need help with everything. Just keep them alive and safe. Do not expect them to get better. Sophie looked at me funny. "Mr. Kane," she said soft and clear, "I did not come here to keep them alive. I came here to help them live." I did not understand what she meant. I was too tired to ask. I just nodded and left for work. Lisa barely talked to Sophie. She just showed her where things were, where the boys slept, what they ate. Then Lisa went back to her room like always. Weeks went by. Sophie became part of the house, always there in the morning, always there at night. The boys seemed calm with her. That was enough. I did not ask questions. I just paid her and kept working. Lisa got worse. She stopped coming out of her room at all. I had food sent up to her. She barely ate. I tried talking to her through the door. She said she was fine. She said leave her alone. So I did. I am ashamed to say I did. I threw myself deeper into work. Meetings in Tokyo. Meetings in London. I was never home. I told myself it was for the boys, for their future. But really, I just could not face what my family had become. Until today. Until I came home early because a meeting got cancelled. Until I heard my sons laughing. I dropped everything. My briefcase hit the floor with a bang. I walked toward the living room like I was in a dream. What was happening? What was that sound? I pushed open the doors, and I could not believe my eyes. The whole room was a mess. Pillows everywhere, blankets making forts, my expensive furniture pushed to the side, and right in the middle of all that chaos was Sophie on the floor. Her hair was wild, her clothes had paint on them, and my 3 boys were on her back screaming with joy. Jack was holding her shoulders, Luke was wrapped around her waist, and Ben, my smallest boy, the one who was never supposed to walk, he was actually standing next to Sophie with one hand on her back. His legs in those metal braces were shaking, but he was standing and he was giggling. "Horsey, horsey, do not stop," Sophie was singing in a silly voice. "Let your feet go clip, clop, clip." She was crawling around slow and careful, making horse sounds. My boys were laughing so hard. Jack was trying to say words. Go, go, go. His voice was rough, but it was real words. I must have made a noise because Sophie looked up. She saw me standing there in my suit. Her face went white. "Mr. Kane," she said fast, "you are home early. I did not know. We were just playing, and I lost track of time." She tried to get up, but the boys were holding onto her. Jack started crying when he saw me. Luke hid his face. Ben just stared at me with big scared eyes. "What is all this?" My voice came out cold and hard. "What happened to my living room?" Sophie stood up slow. She helped Ben sit first. Then she moved Jack and Luke off her. "I am so sorry about the mess, Mr. Kane. I will clean it right now. We were playing a game and it got too wild." Playing, I looked around again. There were papers taped to the walls with crayon drawings on them. My boys made those. There were toy cars on the couch, blocks stacked in towers, half-eaten snacks on the table. This room looked alive. For 3 years, my house was quiet and clean and dead. Now it looked like kids actually lived here. "How long has this been happening?" I asked. Sophie bit her lip. "So. This, the playing, the games, all of it, how long?" She looked down. "Since I started, 6 months. 6 months. 6 months of me coming home to silence. 6 months of Sophie telling me the boys had a good day. She never told me about this, any of this. Why did you not tell me?" I felt anger rising, but under it was something bigger, something scarier. "You were always working," Sophie said quiet, "and you never asked. You just asked if the boys were okay." I said yes, they were okay, they were more than okay. I looked at my sons, they were staring at me. Jack was crying, Luke had his thumb in his mouth, Ben was holding Sophie's leg tight. "The doctors said they have limits. They said we cannot push them too hard." Sophie's eyes flashed. She looked mad for the first time ever. "Limits? Mr. Kane, your boys do not have limits. They have challenges. That is different. You are not a doctor. You do not know what they can handle." "I know what I see every day," Sophie said stronger now. "I see 3 beautiful boys who everyone gave up on. Everyone." The words hit me like a punch. What does that mean? "It means you, your wife, the doctors, everyone looks at these boys and sees broken things, but they are not broken, they are just different. and different is okay. I stared at her, this young woman holding my son. She was not backing down. I do physical therapy with them every day, Sophie said. Games that help them move, songs that help them talk. Everything I do helps them. I'm not just playing around, Mr. Kane. I am helping them grow. Without asking me first, I said. You never asked what I did all day, Sophie shot back. You just paid me and left. She was right, I knew it, but hearing it hurt. Show me, I said suddenly. What? Show me what they can do. I pulled at my tie. I felt like I could not breathe. You say they are doing better, show me. Sophie looked unsure. They might not do well with you watching. They do not know you. Another punch. My own sons did not know me. I sat down on the couch hard. Please, I said, and my voice cracked. Show me my boys. Sophie looked at my face for a long time. Then she nodded. She put Ben on a soft mat. She called Jack and Luke over. They came slow like I was a stranger. Okay, boys, Sophie said happy. Remember what we practiced. Let us show Daddy. She pulled out a big ball. She rolled it to Jack. Jack, roll it back to me. Jack looked at the ball, looked at Sophie, looked at me. Then slow he reached out with his shaky hands and pushed that ball. It rolled back to Sophie. Good job, Sophie cheered and clapped. Jack smiled, a real smile. She rolled the ball to Luke. Luke's body was stiff, his movements were jerky, but he hit that ball with his hand. It moved. Luke, you are so strong, Sophie said. Luke made a happy sound. Then Sophie looked at Ben, my tiny boy, the one who would never walk. Ben, can you bring the ball to Daddy? My heart stopped. Ben looked at me, then the ball, then Sophie. You can do it, buddy, Sophie said, like we practiced, slow. Ben got on his hands and knees. He crawled to the ball, but he did not just pick it up. He used it to pull himself up, to stand. His whole little body shook, but he stood. Then he took a step, one step dragging the ball, then another step, then another. He was walking. My son was walking to me. I could not stop crying. The tears just came. Ben took 3 more shaky steps before he started to fall. I jumped up and caught him. I pulled him into my arms and held him and cried into his hair. I am sorry, I whispered. I am so sorry, baby. I am so sorry. Ben's little hand touched my wet face, like he was saying it was okay. Sophie was crying too. Jack and Luke were crying. I reached for them. I pulled all 3 boys into my arms and held them like I should have been holding them every day for 3 years. I did not know, I told Sophie through tears. I did not know they could do any of this. They always could, Sophie said soft. They just needed someone to believe in them. We stayed on that floor for a long time, me holding my boys, Sophie watching with tears on her face. The room was still a mess. I did not care one bit. Finally, I looked up at Sophie. I need to know everything, every single thing you have been doing. Can you tell me? Sophie smiled. I can show you better. I kept videos. I recorded everything. You recorded them? Every day, Sophie said. Every new thing, every smile, every win, just in case you wanted to see someday. She pulled out her phone. For 2 hours she showed me videos of my sons, Ben taking his first steps with help, Jack saying his first word, which was Sophie, Luke feeding himself, the boys playing, dancing, painting, being kids. Every video broke my heart. I saw everything I missed, everything I was too scared or too busy to see. Why did you not show me before? I asked. Sophie looked uncomfortable. I tried once, 2 months in, I came to your office. I wanted to show you Ben standing, but you said you were busy, you said you trusted me, you did not need updates, so I stopped trying. I remembered that day, barely. Sophie knocked during a conference call. I waved her away without even asking what she wanted. Does my wife know about any of this? I asked. Sophie shook her head. I tried showing her too. She said she could not watch. It hurt too much. Hurt too much. She said seeing them struggle hurt her heart. She said it was easier not to watch. I felt sick. Lisa was upstairs right now. She had no idea our sons were laughing, walking, talking. She had no idea because she refused to see. I need to show her, I said. Mr. Kane, I do not think that is a good idea right now. She is their mother, she needs to know. I picked up Ben. Sophie helped Jack and Luke stand. We all walked upstairs together. Well, I walked. The boys shuffled and held on, but we made it. I knocked on Lisa's door. Lisa, open up, please. Go away, David. Her voice was flat. Lisa, I have the boys. They want to see you. Not now, I am tired. I looked at Sophie. She nodded like she was giving me permission. I opened the door. The room was dark. The curtains were closed even though it was afternoon. Lisa was in bed under the covers. She looked so small, so broken. David, I said. Not now, she said without looking. Lisa, you need to see this. I do not want to see anything. Please just go. Mama, it was Jack, his little voice saying that word, Mama. Lisa froze. She turned her head slow. She saw us standing there, me holding Ben, Sophie helping Jack and Luke stand. What? Lisa whispered. Mama, Jack said again, clearer this time. Lisa sat up fast. Did he say? He did, I said. My own voice was shaking. He has been saying words for months. All three of them have. That is not possible, the doctors said. The doctors were wrong, Sophie said gentle. Or maybe they were right, but the boys worked harder than anyone thought they could. I set Ben down. Ben, can you walk to Mama? Ben looked at Lisa, then he took a step. His braces made noise on the wood floor. He took another step, then another. He walked all the way to the bed. Lisa was sobbing, my baby is walking. She reached down and grabbed Ben. She held him so tight. Then Jack and Luke shuffled over too. Sophie helped them onto the bed. Lisa grabbed all three boys and just cried and cried. I missed it, Lisa kept saying. I missed everything. I was right here and I missed it all. You did not miss it, Sophie said. You can see it now. You can be part of it now. Lisa looked at Sophie through her tears. You did this. You helped my Barbies. They helped themselves, Sophie said. I just believed they could. Lisa cried harder. I stopped believing. I gave up on them. What kind of mother gives up on her Barbies? A hurt mother, Sophie said soft. A scared mother, a mother who was protecting her heart. But Mrs. Kane, your heart does not need protecting anymore. Your boys are here. They are real. They are amazing. And they need you. Lisa looked at her sons, really looked at them. I am so sorry, she told them. Mama is so sorry she was not there, but I am here now. I promise I am here now. That night changed everything. Lisa got out of bed, actually got out. She came downstairs. She played with the boys. She cried watching them. She laughed watching them. She was alive again. Over the next weeks, Lisa learned everything Sophie had been teaching the boys. Every game, every exercise, every song. Sophie showed her the videos. Lisa watched every single one crying. I wasted so much time, Lisa said one night after the boys were in bed. You did not waste it, Sophie said. You were healing, now you are ready. How did you know? Lisa asked. How did you know they could do more? Sophie smiled. I grew up in foster care. I was passed around to 7 different homes. Every adult told me I would not amount to anything, that foster kids were broken, that I should be grateful for scraps. But one teacher, just one, told me I could be more. She believed in me when no one else did. She changed my life. I wanted to be that person for your boys. Lisa grabbed Sophie's hand. You are a gift, an actual gift from God. I agreed. Sophie was not just a nanny, she was family. I cut my work hours in half. My board was mad. I did not care. I came home at 5 every day. I played with my boys. I did therapy with them. I learned their favorite games. Lisa and I grew close again. We talked for the first time in years. Really talked. About our pain, our fear, our guilt. We cried together. We healed together. One night Lisa said something that broke me. David, I blamed myself for the boys being sick. I thought God was punishing me for something, for not being good enough, for not praying hard enough. I thought I failed them before they were even born. Lisa, no, this was not your fault. I know that now, she said. Sophie helped me see that. The boys are not sick. They are not punishment. They are blessings, different blessings, but blessings. 6 months passed. The boys kept getting better. Ben could walk across the whole room now. Jack could say short sentences. Luke could do things with his hands we never thought possible. We got them the best therapists in New York, but we kept Sophie's games too, because the games made therapy fun. Then one day Lisa came to me with an idea. David, what if we helped other families like us who have kids with special needs? What do you mean? I mean, what if we started a foundation, a place where parents can learn what Sophie taught us, where kids can play and do therapy together, where no one gives up on anyone. I looked at my wife. Her eyes were bright again, alive again. I think that is a beautiful idea. We started the foundation 6 months later. We called it Miracle Steps. We hired therapists. We brought in families. We taught them Sophie's methods. We showed them hope was real. Sophie ran the whole program. She trained other therapists. She worked with other kids. She gave dozens of families what she gave us, a chance. 1 year after I walked in and heard my boys laughing, Lisa and I took the boys to the park. A real park, with other kids. People stared at first, at the braces, at the way the boys moved, but then those people saw my boys playing, laughing, living, and the stares changed from pity to smiles. Ben went down the slide, slow and careful, but he did it. Jack played in the sandbox. Luke swung on the swings with help. They were just kids being kids. Lisa held my hand. We almost missed this, she whispered. But we did not, I said. We are here now. Sophie was there too, watching the boys, making sure they were safe, but also letting them be free. A little girl came up to Ben. Why do you have metal on your legs? She asked. Ben looked down at his braces, then he looked at the girl. They help me walk, he said. His words were slow but clear. Oh, the girl said, that is cool. Want to play tag? Ben's face lit up. Yes. They played. My son played tag. He could not run fast, but he played. And the little girl did not care about the braces. She just cared about having fun. I looked at Lisa. She was crying happy tears. I was crying too. That night after the boys were asleep, Lisa, Sophie, and I sat in the living room, the same room where I first heard the boys laugh. I need to say something, Lisa said. She looked at Sophie. Sophie, you saved my family. You saved my boys. You saved me. I do not know how to repay you. You do not need to repay me, Sophie said. Yes, we do, I said. Sophie, we want you to be part of this family forever, not as an employee, as family. We want to adopt you if you will let us. Sophie's eyes got huge. What? You said you never had a real family, Lisa said. Well, now you do. We are your family. The boys are your brothers. We love you. Sophie started crying. I love you all too so much. We hugged, all three of us, and I realized something. My family was not broken. It was just different, and different was perfect. 2 years later, Ben walked into his kindergarten classroom without any help. He still wore braces, but he walked on his own. Jack went to speech therapy 3 times a week and could talk almost normal now. Luke was in occupational therapy and could write his name. Were they like other kids? No, they were better. They were stronger. They fought harder. They appreciated more. They loved bigger. And it was all because one young woman believed in them when everyone else gave up. I am telling you this story today because I want you to know something. If you have a child who is different, who struggles, who the doctors say will never be normal, do not give up. Do not hide. Do not pull away. Believe in them. Fight for them. Love them exactly as they are. My boys taught me that different does not mean broken. It means special. It means unique. It means beautiful. And if you are someone like Sophie, someone who works with special needs kids, someone who believes when others doubt, thank you. Thank you for seeing potential where others see problems. Thank you for giving hope where others give up. You are changing lives. You are making miracles. Before I go, I need you to do something for me. If this story touched your heart, if it made you cry, if it gave you hope, please leave a comment right now telling me where you are from. Are you watching from California, Texas, Florida, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, somewhere else? Drop your location in the comments because I want to see how far this message travels. I want to know that hope is spreading everywhere. And please hit that subscribe button. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it, because somewhere out there is a parent who is giving up. Somewhere out there is a child who needs someone to believe in them. This story might be exactly what they need to keep going. Remember, you are not alone. Your struggles are real, but so is hope. So is love. So is the power of never giving up. Drop that comment. Tell me where you are. Let us build a community of believers together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. And thank you for being here. Now go hug someone you love and tell them they matter. Because they do. We all do.